To make room for what's ahead, sometimes you have to finish what's behind. And this week, that's been my focus. Well, good morning. It's kind of a chilly morning here. Today is Saturday, February 7th, 2026. I am overlooking the Vancouver waterfront. And no, not to be confused with the Vancouver, Canada waterfront. I think they have a waterfront there. I am at the Vancouver, Washington waterfront. And if you're not from this area, you probably don't know this, but this is the Columbia River. And right in the middle, right dead center of this river is the border between Oregon and Washington. And I'm currently on the Washington side, but right over there is the Oregon side. I haven't been out here in so long. I used to bring my boys out here all the time. We used to play on scooters and bikes, and they used to run on these hills over here, and all the fun memories from back in the day. I definitely should bring them back here to see if they remember half the stuff that's out here. But decided to come out here just to take a little stroll, kind of catch you up on what's been happening the last several weeks, and especially this last week. And I think what's in the horizon coming up here is pretty exciting. It looks like these two little fellas are also up pretty early this morning, enjoying the view out here and the water. Oh, they're gonna stand up and get a little dry, it looks like. Some morning grooming time, at least for one of them. Actually, no, for both of them. So this week has definitely been a little bit of a challenge, but it has been rewarding as well. And that's something that you don't really see very often, where you have a challenging week, but it's also positive in some regard. But this definitely has been a challenge, but I can see the reward at the end. Got a better angle of these two guys over here doing their morning grooming routine. It's actually sad seeing this place kind of run down. Things are falling apart and they're not really doing anything to fix it. This is a little wooden pier here at the end, and as you can see, it's definitely seen better days. There's actually two parts to this waterfront. This is the older side. The newer side, which is not too far from here, that one has more retail, and it's definitely a lot nicer, but doesn't have this like charm of what this place used to be. Even though some areas aren't very well taken care of over here, it's still, you can kind of reminisce of what this place once was. And I'm not sure if you can see, but right here, I have a couple of friends that are watching what I'm doing. Looks like these guys are not scared of people whatsoever. Seems like maybe people bring them some food, and that's what they're looking for right now, is to see what kind of food might be out here. One of my plans for today is I am driving up to the coast to Warrenton, Oregon, actually, and I'm going to kind of explore the area a little bit. I'm bringing my two boys with me as well. They're excited to go on a little road trip with me. So we're gonna go up there, kind of check out that place. There's a couple of historical places I want to go take a look at as well. So that'll be a fun adventure. We're leaving here in a couple of hours after some breakfast. This coming week, I have a lot of things planned, and these are a lot of things that I've had on the back burner for a very long time, and I'm super excited to actually get these things up and going. In order to get those things up and going, it feels like one has to close those old doors of lingering things that you've had in the past for a long time, kind of close those down to be able to open up those new doors. One of those big projects is I'm going to be moving these vending machines into their location. Finally, after a very long time, they've been sitting in storage for a very, very long time, and I'm very excited to finally get these things moved to where they're supposed to go. This last week, one door I closed just for that project was transferred everything from one storage unit into the main storage unit that I have, and that included moving 3 of these machines from one place to the other. So that's nice, because now I can actually focus on getting these things up and going and placed where they're supposed to go. There's a guy down there that just hopped in his red boat. He had to make a run for it in order to get a little speed to get that thing off the shore. And there he goes on some fun little adventure into the yonder. The weather is definitely cold, and it's rainy and a little bit windy as well. I'm not gonna stay out here too long because my hand is frozen. You gotta love living here in the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. It's the weather is crazy. I mean, you get rain, you get almost everything you can imagine. However, it doesn't seem like it lasts all that long. Being from California originally, that's one area that if it rains over there, it rains really, really hard for days and days, and until it finally stops. It is crazy how small this area looks. I remember coming here with the boys when they were very little, and this area seemed massive. Like the whole shoreline was really big, and it almost looked like a beach, and now it's just this tiny little sliver. It could be that the water level has risen quite a bit, but it doesn't seem much different than it was, except that this little shore area is just much smaller. For those of you that don't know, I actually own a 1970s Cadillac Hearst. I've had this for a little over 10 years now, and this is something I use as a promotional tool for the Halloween business that I'm in. However, it's been a pain because it doesn't run right now, so you can't easily drive this thing. So wherever you have to transport it to, you have to use a trailer basically. And the car itself is super heavy. I mean, it's a Cadillac obviously, but it's a super long Cadillac. I think it's like 24 feet long. Has a casket in the back that adds to the weight as well. But having to move this thing is just such a pain because it is a very awkward vehicle. On top of that, it doesn't run, so you can't just drive it up the ramp. So last week, I moved the Hearst from where it was to where it is now. And during that time, some things happened that I'm not too happy about. So the takeaway in all this is if you have things that are lingering around, maybe it's clutter, maybe it's extra things in the storage unit that you're holding on for some reason, maybe it's ventures or things that you wanted to start and you never did, maybe it's time to start closing these doors and allowing yourself to have other doors open all by themselves. Because for some reason, one reason or another, it feels like if we have too much on our plates or too many residuals that are hanging around, it just doesn't allow for new things to show up or those new doors to open. We all have a lot on our plates, and sometimes we have to remove some of these things off of our plate in order to be able to put more things that we actually want to do on our plate. So with those steps behind me, I'm ready for the next phase. I'm excited to share what's coming, and I'll keep you posted as these new doors open up. Well, I am going to start heading back to the car because the rain is definitely still coming down. And I have to go back home, wake up the boys, make some breakfast, probably a to-go breakfast that we can eat in the car, and then start our drive, our little adventure over to the coast. But before I go, I want to let you know that the next video I'm going to post is the one about moving the Hearst. And I think you're not going to want to miss this. I definitely should come out here more often. I love how peaceful and quiet it is. All these wildlife animals everywhere. Okay, some geese. In my hand, it's officially frozen.